There is one thing you need to understand once and for all. When someone attacks a chosen one, they are not just throwing words into the wind. They are messing with forces they cannot even imagine. The law of return is real. It is relentless, and it acts with precision. It may take time, but it always comes back. Always. And that is a fact. Have you noticed how some people do everything to hurt you, belittle you, provoke you? And even so, you remain strong. This is not weakness. This is protection. This is purpose. It is the hand of God holding yours. Those who are chosen carry a light that disturbs, and that is why they become targets. But whoever touches that light with malice, sooner or later pays the price. It is not about revenge. It is not about human justice. It is about spiritual balance. Life returns everything. Those who sow pain reap emptiness. Those who launch attacks reap silence. And those who try to bring down what God has raised end up facing their own ruin. Time reveals, time uncovers, and time corrects. The truth always comes to light. Today, I want to show you why this happens, why the attack on a chosen one never goes unpunished, and how you can remain strong, even being a target, because your mission is greater, and whoever tries to stop you will regret it. If you feel that this message resonates with you, if it confirms something that is within your spirit, subscribe now to the channel. Don't delay. This is a place of truth, direction, and spiritual strength. Let's go together. There are people who will look at you and get irritated for no reason. You enter a place, and the atmosphere changes. Not because you said something, not because you did something, but because you are something. Your presence carries a truth that unveils what is hidden in those who do not want to be seen. This light that you carry cannot be explained. It's not about appearance. It's not about effort. It's something that comes from within, that comes from above. And no matter how much you try to live in peace, there will always be someone unsettled. Not with your actions, but with the feeling of being small next to what you represent. They cannot stand the shine that they cannot extinguish. Your light reveals the darkness they deny in themselves. When you appear, they feel threatened. Not because you want to compete, but because your existence reminds them of everything they chose not to be. You are a mirror, and not everyone wants to see themselves. Some will try to disguise it with smiles. Others will silently distance themselves. But there will always be those who attack. They need to hurt you to try to silence the internal discomfort they feel. You become the target, not because you did something wrong, but because you dared to exist without hiding. Your light, unintentionally, becomes a denunciation. And what's most curious, you don't always notice the impact you cause. You just live, just move on. But wherever you go, something changes. People watch you, judge you, criticize you, and often you don't even understand why. It's because your essence denounces without speaking. Your energy confronts without arguing. They don't hate you. They hate what they feel around you. And that feeling is not your fault. It's just a consequence of the presence of someone who carries truth, who carries purpose. Those who live by appearances get startled by those who are real. Those who live in the shadows reject the light. Do not try to dim your light to please anyone. You were not called to fit in. You were chosen to shine. And those who do not know how to deal with this will need to adjust or distance themselves. Your role is not to hide. It is to remain, even if it hurts, even if it is lonely at times. The people who try the hardest to hurt you actually see you more than you imagine. They see the potential, the strength, the difference, and that scares them, because they thought they were safe in their masks, until you appeared. And with your simple way, you showed that it is possible to be true and still stand firm. Being light is a responsibility, but it is also a privilege. You were shaped for this role. You were set apart to carry this presence. Do not feel guilty for causing discomfort in those who are still trapped in lies. One day, perhaps, they will understand. And if they don't, life will take care of that too. Keep walking, keep being. The light you carry was given for a reason, and it will not be extinguished by envy, judgment, or resistance. Those who attack you are fighting against something they do not understand. And this war is already lost. Because no darkness can overcome a soul that has chosen to remain at peace. There are people who think they can attack, hurt, slander, and get away with it. But life doesn't work that way. The law of return makes no noise, gives no warnings, and doesn't need an audience. It acts in silence, works in the invisible, and when it comes with precision. Every intentional act carries a consequence. Those who spread gossip attract loneliness, because nobody trusts those who live to poison the names of others. Those who sow envy reap closed doors, because the heart that resonates with another's downfall does not have the structure to sustain its own victory. And whoever tries to bring down a chosen one ends up stumbling into their own trap. You do not need to do anything. Life takes care of it. There is a justice that does not fail, even if it takes time. Time is a master at revealing intentions and exposing hearts. Those who attacked you with words will feel the taste of silence. Those who tried to extinguish your light will realize how dark it is to live away from the truth. The return is not revenge. It is consequence. It is the echo of what was thrown out into the world. And this echo always returns to its source. The evil that was launched with intention returns with force. Not to destroy, but to teach. To show that every choice has a price, and that no attack goes unnoticed before the heavens. God's justice needs no defense. Those who are chosen carry protection, and those who rise against it face forces they do not understand. Life observes everything, every action, every word, every hidden intention behind a false smile. And when the right time comes, the return happens. Without warning, without mercy. You may have seen this. People who have wronged you suddenly start to disappear. They lose their peace. They lose opportunities, and you do not wish them harm. But you notice that something has changed. This is not a coincidence. It is a response. Life has its way of rebalancing everything without you needing to raise your voice. And as painful as it is to see someone breaking down, you know, it was their choice. You just moved forward in peace. You did not respond. You did not retaliate. But life saw, God saw. And when He acts, no one can stop it. What was done against you returns, not to satisfy your ego, but to show that He takes care of His own. That is why you do not need to spend energy trying to prove anything. Those who live with malice sabotage themselves. Those who live with lies get tangled up over time. Those who sow injustice reap isolation. And the most beautiful thing, those who remain at peace reap honor. Those who keep their hearts clean are sustained by something greater. The pain they tried to cause you, they will feel. Not because you wish it, but because it is the natural cycle of life. The universe takes care of returning everything with precision. Good returns. Evil does too. And over time, everyone carries exactly what they have sown. There is no escaping that. So do not worry about defending yourself. Your response is to live well, to grow, to move forward. The truth takes care of protecting you, and justice comes, even when everything seems silent, because what is true remains, and what is false dissolves on its own. Those who try to bring you down will witness your victory. Those who spoke ill of you will have to swallow their own poison. And you just need to keep going, in peace, in silence, with faith, because the return is coming, always. And when it comes, No one can hold it back. Every time they tried to belittle you, you chose silence. Not out of weakness, but out of awareness. You knew that arguing with those who do not understand your mission is a waste of time. While they mocked, you grew. While they tried to silence your voice, you learned to listen to yourself. And that gave you a strength that few know. The pain you went through was not punishment. It was preparation. Each humiliation, each disregard, each abandonment were invisible trainings. God allowed you to go through this, not to destroy you, but to strengthen you. Today you can endure what would crumble many, because your shell is firm. But more than that, your roots are deep. You are not strong by choice. You are strong for survival. While many had everything easy, you had to learn to make a lot out of a little. They denied you support, but you became the foundation. They denied you affection, but you became shelter. Those who see you today cannot imagine the price you paid. What was once a wound has become a scar, and each scar is proof that you overcame something that could have destroyed you. Each mark tells a story. Each tear that fell now waters your purpose. You are not a victim of what you went through. You are the result of everything you overcame with faith and dignity. Your pain taught you more than any victory. It was in the difficult moments that you discovered who you were. It was on the ground that you learned to look up. And it was in solitude that you understood the value of your own company. While many depend on applause, you learned to walk in silence. There are people who look at you today and feel envy, but they do not understand what you went through. They do not know about the nights you cried without being seen, about the days you smiled with a broken heart, about the effort it took to get up every day without knowing if you could endure. But you endured. What they did to you was not fair, but it was necessary. Without those falls, you would not have the vision you have today. You would not have the compassion you carry. You would not have the courage that pulses in your chest. Pain humanized you. It shaped you. And it prepared you for something that few would bear. You are an answer. You are an example. Not for perfection, but for resilience. Your journey is your credential, and your past is not a shame. It is testimony. It is strength. It is living proof that God truly lifts up those whom the world tries to destroy. You are a living story of overcoming. Do not forget, your pain was not in vain. It has purpose, and that purpose will reach other people. Because those who went through the fire and survived have the authority to ignite the flame in others. You inspire not because you won easily, but because you chose to continue when everything told you to stop. While they mocked, you were being forged. While they doubted you, the heavens watched you in silence. And today you begin to reap the fruits of what you planted amid the tears. Those who thought you would not endure are now silently witnessing what you are becoming. You are the harvest of your own faith. The chosen one does not need to raise their voice. They do not live to prove anything. Their silence says it all. When they attack you, they expect a scandal. They expect a reaction. But you do not give them what they want. You respond with calm, with posture, with presence. And that hurts more than any word, because your peace reveals the chaos that dwells in them. It is easy to provoke someone. The hard part is dealing with someone who remains unshaken. You have learned to hold back your words, not out of fear, but out of wisdom. You discovered that arguing with those who thrive on noise only makes you descend from the place where God has placed you. And you chose to remain where your soul can breathe. Those who live from hate do not understand those who live in peace. That is why they attack you. They expect you to stoop down, to explode, to lose control. But you offer silence. And that silence disturbs. Because it shows maturity. It shows strength. It shows that you have already understood that your energy cannot be wasted. It is strange for them to see someone calm amid chaos. But you know what you carry. You know who guards you. And you know that no quarrel is worth more than your serenity. You understood that noise resolves nothing, that shouting does not convince, that those who have truth within do not need to prove it outside. They want war. You offer peace, and that is your most powerful weapon. Your posture dismantles masks. Your serenity exposes the unbalanced. You are a mirror, and the more you remain silent, the more they shout. Not because they are right, but because your silence confronts them in a way that words could not. Some say you are cold, others say you are arrogant, but you know that this is just the reaction of those who can no longer manipulate you. You have distanced yourself from the need to explain everything. Today, you choose what deserves a response, and most provocations do not even deserve your gaze. You are a target, but you are not a victim. You are pursued, but you are not lost. You are at peace, and that irritates those who live in war. Because your silence is not absence. It is strategy. It is protection. It is a conscious choice not to retaliate in kind. Because you do not negotiate your values to please noise. Those who walk with God learn to be silent without omission. They learn that sometimes the strongest response is to keep going, to keep growing, to remain steadfast, to stay standing. While they attack you, you build. While they provoke you, you advance. And while they judge you, you bloom. In silence, but visibly. Time reveals everything. Those who shout today will be silent tomorrow, and those who are silent today will be exalted tomorrow. Because the truth does not need loud defense. It has time as its ally. And you have already understood that the justice that comes from above is precise. It does not fail, it does not delay, and it does not need help. Continue in silence, not out of cowardice, but out of wisdom. Because the chosen one does not waste time trying to convince those who have already decided not to see. Your life speaks. Your presence speaks, and above all, your peace speaks, and it speaks so loudly that even those who try to silence you end up hearing it. There are people who do not follow you to see you succeed. They follow to see if you fall. They do not cheer for you, they cheer against you. And when something goes wrong, they rejoice inside, because your downfall feeds the illusion that you are just like them. But what they do not see is what God is already reconstructing within you. While they laugh, you are reinventing yourself. While they comment on your failures, you learn from them. You do not need to hide your falls. They are part of your story. And unlike many, you fall. But get back up. Because what sustains you is not pride. It is faith. And those who have faith always come back stronger. They watch your pain as if it were entertainment. They spread rumors, exaggerate versions, and create lies. But they ignore the essential. You are not alone. With every tear, a new strength is born within you. With every stumble, a lesson. And with every loss, a preparation for something greater. Because God does not waste suffering. Your fall is not the end. It is the process. It is part of the refining. Those who laugh now do not understand what is being shaped in the invisible. They can only see what is on the outside. But what will lift you up does not come from the outside. It comes from within. It comes from above. It comes from a purpose that no one can cancel. Most people only value the stage but ignore the backstage. And it is in the backstage that you have been treated, corrected, healed. While they mock, you are being rebuilt by Him who sees beyond. And when the right time comes, your comeback will be so strong. that those who laughed will have no choice but to respect you. You do not need to prove anything, nor to explain yourself, nor to retaliate. Those who mold you are greater than those who try to expose you. Those who lift you up are stronger than those who tried to bring you down. And when God decides to raise you up, there is no shame that remains, no fall that prevents it. Your victory is in progress. They feed off your stumble because they have nothing of their own to celebrate. Empty people always seek others' drama to fill the boredom of their own souls. But you are different. You know what it is to fall and still keep your heart clean. You know pain, but you also know rebirth. The interesting thing is that the more they speak, the more you grow. The more they point fingers, the more God acts. The more they try to stop you, the more you advance, because you do not walk on your own strength. You walk with purpose. And when there is purpose, failure is never final. It is merely a turning point. Do not be ashamed of having fallen. Shame should belong to those who rejoice in the pain of others. You fell trying. You fell fighting. You fell believing. And that is precisely why God honors you, because He knows your heart, and He never abandons those who choose to remain faithful, even amid falls. Keep going. The journey is yours. The spectators change, the voices change, but the promise remains. You will still silence many people without saying a word. Your own comeback will be the answer, and your life will be the testimony that many will need to see to learn that one does not laugh at the pain of a chosen one. It is simple. While they talked, you acted. While they tried to stop you, you built. And when they realized it, it was too late. You had already risen. You had already won. You had already transformed. And today, even if they do not admit it, they feel the weight of having tried to stop someone who was called to go beyond. Your punishment is not wishing them harm. It is showing that nothing they did stopped you. And this truth hurts, because it shows that the problem was never you. It was their inability to deal with your shine, your resilience, your growth. And now, what remains is for them to observe. They have become the audience of your overcoming. And that is already enough. You do not need to speak. Your life speaks. Your results speak. Your transformation screams where there was once only judgment. And every victory of yours is a reminder that no one can stop what has already been determined up there. The justice that comes from above does not fail, does not delay, and does not miss its target. It does not act out of revenge, but for balance. Everything done with intention returns. Not because someone asked, but because that is how the spiritual world works. And when they touch a chosen one, they touch something that does not belong to the earth. You may not see it at the moment, but the answer always comes. Those who sow confusion reap disorder. Those who sow pain reap emptiness. And those who try to bring down someone protected by God end up facing the consequences of their own poison. It is not human strength that guards you. It is heaven. And when heaven decides to protect, no one can break that protection. Sometimes you even think that it ends there. But further down the line, everything is revealed. The truth appears. Justice is imposed. Because time is an ally of those who are clean and an enemy of those who pretend to be. No one escapes the harvest. What has been done returns in the exact measure of what was sent. You do not need to carry resentment, nor wait for anyone to fall. Just keep going. The justice from above is silent but precise. While some sleep peacefully after hurting, thinking everything is fine, life has already started to move the return. The spiritual never sleeps, and when God acts, He does so completely. Those who attacked you did not go unpunished. They just have not realized it yet. But life is patient. Time takes care of teaching. You do not need to take justice into your own hands. Because those who touch a chosen one touch purpose, and those who wound purpose wound themselves. God's justice comes clean and definitive. Chosen one, understand this once and for all. You are not on this journey to prove anything. Your mission is not to retaliate or explain yourself. Your mission is to remain firm, even when everything tries to bend you, to remain standing, even when the ground shakes, to remain whole, even when the soul cries. Because the protection that covers you is greater than any attack. It is not you who delivers justice. It is life. It is the high one. It is time. What is true always prevails. And those who try to harm you, sooner or later reap what they have sown, not because you wish them harm, but because no one touches what is consecrated and comes out unscathed. You do not play with purpose. You do not challenge what has been anointed. Keep growing. Keep resisting, even when no one understands, even when loneliness knocks, even when the world doubts. You are not called to please. You are called to impact. And those who impact bother, but they also transform. Your journey will leave marks, and those marks are signs that you did not bend. You do not need to fight with words. Your walk already shouts. Your progress already responds. Your story already proves who you are. And in due time, everything aligns. Justice comes, truth appears, and those who tried to hurt you learn. You do not touch those who are guarded by the divine hand. Stay. That's it. Those who remain win. Those who remain grow. And those who remain see with their own eyes what no one believed. The silent victory of those who were faithful until the end.